Alrighty, welcome to a 4-on-4 cube draft. It's myself, Nachito, Janara 19, and Jesse. So we got Jesse Robkin there. We got Slacks, Tomstock, and Tank, as well as, of course, the Sandy Dog opposing us. What am I going to first pick here? Well, there's an Archon of Cruelty, a Palace Jailer, and a Hullbreacher. Kind of love first picking Hullbreacher. Like, I think it's very reasonable to take any of these three cards, kind of depending on what you're feeling, but Hullbreacher is a pretty nice one. I am getting passed to by Slacks, who does like his combo decks, but yeah, I'm feeling Hullbreacher. Passing those two, the Jailer, the Archon, a Ponder, two decent lands, Hex Drinker is good, and then the rest it gets a little bit worse from there. Brutality, Entomb, and Animate Dead next. All right, well, what I think I'm going to do is take the Animate Dead. I just don't think I want to pass Archon followed by Animate. Archon and Entomb is definitely not ideal either, but it's also possible that the next player, of course, didn't take the Archon. They could have taken Palace Jailer. I just think Animate Dead is a much stronger card in general than Entomb. It's just always good. So I'll take that and see where we go from here, though. It's pretty nice being 2 picks in and already having regrets. Oh, okay, so this works. Now I can take Time Spiral to go with my Hullbreacher. And Animate Dead's just a fine value card. I'll just put that card in my deck. I'm not too worried. Plus, if Jesse thinks he's trying to hook me with Animate and Tomb, well, he can hook me with Time Spiral instead. There's also Jace, Tar Pit, Subtlety, so some other good blue cards there. Oh, From the Catacombs is a pretty nice one. It's an expensive card, but it's a strong one. But then Prismatic Vista is also really nice. There's also Verdant. All these, it's a Catacombs themed pack here. But Prismatic Vista just being a blue-black land, or whatever colors you need, that there's no work associated with it. I think it's pretty hard to pass up a effectively 5-color land that also has like shuffle equity and works with cards that you play lands from the graveyard and just all this other stuff that makes Prismatic Vista such a good early pick here. All right, and this pack doesn't have anything that's too impressive, but Fallen Shinobi is kind of nice. This could be a blue-black, like kind of like tempo-ish deck or a flash style deck, and maybe with some draw 7s to go with the Hullbreacher. Plus, I mean, Oliphant is good. I guess I could take Oliphant. There's nothing else that I really want to take. I don't think I want to take Once Upon a Time. Oliphant is nice with Animate Dead. Also, it's nice because if I get Wheel of Fortune, I'll end up wanting to splash red. Actually, yeah, I'm in for Oliphant. It's just, Fallen Shinobi is good, but it doesn't work super well with a lot of the cards we have. So I'd rather take a little bit more of a reliable thing. And now I have the opportunity for a nice red splash here at pretty much no cost. And, I mean, as a follow-up, I think Iteration's actually a pretty nice card to pick up. Not so into Animate that I want Bitter Reunion, and the Animate deck hasn't really, I haven't seen anything too special for it. Urborg's just okay. Larcenist is good. It's a good removal spell, but Iteration I think is pretty solid. And maybe I'm just splashing the Animate deck instead. Maybe I'm actually a red-blue deck that potentially splashes Animate. Who knows? Well, this pack does have the Voidwalker. I do like that. I do like Imperial Seal in a Hullbreacher Time Spiral sort of deck. I think I'm a little bit more inclined to want to take Imperial Seal, but there's also Otawara. Otawara is an awesome card. Just having one of your lands be a spell is pretty sick. Actually, I'm just going to take that. I really like getting kind of extra value. It's part of why I like Oliphant and the other land cyclers as well. You just get to play 17, 18 lands, but also have additional spells in your deck, which can really help. Whoa, this pack must have been great. This is pick 8. There's still a Polluted Delta, a True Name, a Sheldock, and a Fatal Push. I am a pretty big Sheldock fan, and in my mana, I already have a Vista and an Oliphant. Yeah, I'm going to take the Sheldock. There's just so much you can do with that. And now I'll take Zagoth Triumph. I think that's a pretty solid one. There's also a Night's Whisper, but I think I'd rather take the land here. And a blue-red land or a Corpse Dance. This doesn't really look like a Corpse Dance deck. I think I'll just take the blue-red tap land, even though we are passing Corpse Dance to someone who maybe has Entomb, but I think willing to live with the risk. All right, so we've got a couple special lands here. We have Vista, a tri-land, and then these 3 lands. Kind of like this pack 1. You know, we haven't firmly figured out where we're going, but now I'll take Dark Slick Shores. That one's awesome too. I don't like Sail into the West that much with Hullbreacher. It's fine. They just don't get to use it, but you don't force them to use it either. So it's not like you get the huge burst of mana that you do if you cast a Time Spiral or a Wheel of Fortune or whatever it is you're doing. All right, now I think I'll take Coveted Jewel. There's a world where Coveted Jewel makes the cut here. And I don't think Kozilek or Evolved Sleeper I'm very likely to play. Here, Sunfall is a good card. I'm not very close to wanting to play it. I guess I will take it over Lictor. I don't think Lictor is going to be too big of a thing to pass. Oh, I'll take the Oracle. I'm right now not playing Oracle, but you never know. It's nice to have an alternate win condition. What do we got here? Oh, nothing. Wow, what a bad pack. I guess I'm going to take Frantic Search. I don't really have a better option. There's also Show and Tell for this Coveted Jewel, but I think I'll just take Frantic Search. It goes with Animate Dead, maybe. I don't really need Xander's Lounge, I feel like. Though, Xander's Lounge does make Oliphant a little better. That would be my, like, third tap land. Maybe I do take Xander's Lounge. We're not the most Frantic Searchy of decks. All right, let's just take the Xander's Lounge. Now we have perfect mana. Oh, there's a Brain Freeze. Kind of like Brain Freeze, though Chaos Defiler's messed up. I'm going to have to take this. So it's 5 mana, 5/4 trample. When it enters the battlefield or dies, you get to choose one of your opponent's permanent and destroy it. So you can't kill lands, though. But it's choose, it doesn't target. So you can kill True Name Nemesis. You can kill untargetable things. They also don't know what you're going to choose. I like Chaos Defiler, and it's very castable. So I'm going to take that over the Brain Freeze. Oh, and then I'm going to slam a Timetwister here. That's not close, because that goes well with the Hullbreacher over Arcane Denial, Cryptic, Smuggler's Copter. I mean, hell, I might get Arcane Denial back. All right, that was nice. And I don't think I want Bazaar of Baghdad. I mean, Chandra's okay. I have the mana for Chandra. Does accelerate you to 6 at times. There's also Carnosaur, which can go nicely with Animate Dead. I don't need Ketria Triome here. Or Concealing Curtains. I don't have enough fetches for Deathrite to be really good. Let's just take the Chandra. I think Chandra's pretty solid. And we're basically Grixis. We're red-blue with, right now, 2 black cards. But I don't know which direction it's going to go in terms of whether black or red's going to be more represented. But it might just be all 3. Who knows? We've got the mana for that. Oh, Fastbond? Well, I do have Zagoth Triome and Prismatic Vista. Yeah, I'm in for Fastbond. There's nothing else here that I really want. I mean, there's a Braid is fine, Kolshan looks fine, but this looks like a Fastbond deck. All right, now we're really cooking. It's been a bit since we've had a good Fastbond deck, and I like the blue Fastbond decks better than the green Fastbond decks, so I'm hoping this one works out nicely. And here, so Zernorb is already gone. I'm just looking at this Crucible. I'm kind of thinking I just take Gitaxian Probe. Probe is just a nice card. It can make your deck smaller for Shelldock Isle. Can let you play it for free off Iteration. I don't think I'm a Chrome Host Seed Shark deck quite as much. Saheeli, I don't really have a reason to make all these tokens. Let's just take the Probe. Probe is great. I would play Crucible if I got Zernor, but there's also a Ramanop, you know, running around. Ooh, Memory Jar. Yep, I'll take another draw 7 for my Timetwister, Fastbond, Hullbreacher deck. That's for sure. Over Battle Ball, and that's a late Exhume, which is a good sign because maybe that we're not passing to a deck that does that. Oh, and then Upheaval. Yeah, Upheaval's great with Fastbond and draw 7. So, all right. And Exploration. Yep, this deck could definitely use a second Fastbond. So I will take that over Uro, I think. And this Chandra is now looking a little less appealing because now that I picked up Exploration and Fastbond, I want to shift a little bit towards more of a green deck. Not even sure about this Animate Dead, but I guess it's good with Oliphant. It's great with Chaos Defiler. And I don't know, maybe I kill one of their things then animate it. That would also work pretty nicely. Ooh, Brain Freeze came back? Yeah, that's a good win condition. I'll take Brain Freeze. Overgrown Tomb would be good, but I don't even have a fetch, so it's not like I need it for that specifically. And Brain Freeze looks really good. I mean, this pack too was great. Dude, got a lot of good stuff out of this. Thassa's Oracle, also a potential way to win with Brain Freeze, which is nice. Oh, Arcane Denial did come back. I do like Workshop. Let's see, this isn't Chaos Defiler is an artifact. So is Memory Jar. So is Coveted Jewel. But I also think Arcane Denial is just going to be so good in this deck. I think I'm probably not going to pick up that many more artifacts, unfortunately. Bazaar of Baghdad? That seems not like a card I'm really going to play. I don't care about passing Raphaelos and Gargaroth or Talisman. How likely am I to play Bazaar? I feel like pretty unlikely, but you know what? Not literal 0. I don't know. Okay, a blue-green talisman is something I'm a little more interested in. And sure, I'll take a Saheeli. I don't know that I'm going to play it, but like as of right now, I'm probably not. But Saheeli is a nice card. And then a last pick, Mind Collapse. Okay, well, this is going pretty well. Nice little Underworld. We're in the Underworld Breach waiting room. That would be nice. Obviously, a piece of power would be nice. A Lion's Eye would be nice. Oh, Ancestral and Moxjet. Well, and a Minsc and Boo. Powerful pack. I got to take Ancestral. The reason is I have Exploration and Fastbond. So it's already like I have Moxes. Drawing 3 cards is so much better with Exploration and Fastbond than it is than to have Moxjet plus Fastbond. That's just not a combo. So I'm passing Tom Stock a Jet, and then Janara gets probably Undermount Adventure or Minsc and Boo. Yeah, wow, what a pack. Flash, Mox Diamond, Luris. This is a really good pack, but I'll take my Ancestral and be pretty happy about it. And then this pack, there's a World Spine to go with the Flash. Teferi is a good card, but I don't really have any white fixing. Besides, I guess, the Prismatic Vista. I don't really want Sneak Attack. I think I'm just going to take Pentad Prism. It's pretty weak, but I don't really see anything else being all that useful for me. I guess there's Tameo. Tameo's kind of interesting because I can get back Ancestral here. It's kind of good with flat. You know what? I'll just take Tameo. Like, I just don't think... Oh, there's a Breach. Nice. I don't really want to take a Pentad Prism this early. It's just not that good. All right, Underworld Breach. Easy pick over Channel, Grist, Tidebinder, Gristlebrand, whatever. All right, if I can get a Lion's Eye Diamond, then we're just like in the dream spot. Even picking up a Lotus Petal would be amazing, though. Oh, speaking of which, there's the Lotus Petal. I think I'm going to take it over Narset. I just think, like, yeah, like Narset Timetwister is great, but Lotus Petal makes Breach Brain Freeze a win, as opposed to just not. I mean, Fastbond helps with that too, but I think this deck wants Lotus Petal. I don't care about Narsetting them. I'm just going to try to win the game. And then there's a Vamp here. There's also Dak Faden. Those are both pretty nice. How much black am I going to play? Like, I don't even know that I want to play this Animate Dead. Honestly, the Chaos Defiler, I guess, is probably still worth playing. I kind of want to just take the Dak here. Dak looks like a pretty good card in your Breach deck. Yeah, there's some good stuff you can do with that. And then don't care much for like Wasteland. This isn't really a Wasteland deck. There's Dress Down, which is okay. There's also Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library is pretty nice with Fastbond Exploration. Yeah, I'm in for Sylvan. I don't think I want Delighted Halfling. That doesn't seem like the thing I'm looking for. Here we've got Zoanthrope, so it's blue-red X for a 0/0 Flying Ward 2. It deals X to any target when you play it. Also, if X is 5 or more, you draw a card. So that one's okay, but I think I'll just take Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning with Underworld Breach is a nice little win condition. This also gives me a little bit of disruption to keep my opponents off my back. I don't think I need Mana Confluence here. And here we've got Generous Ent. That can go get Zagoth Triumph or just Forest. Yeah, that sounds fine. I don't think I need Dragon's Rage Channeler either. It doesn't seem necessary. So, or Noble. I'd rather just play all my lands. Luris came back. We're not going to Companion Luris, but I do have Animate Dead. I have Lotus Petal. It can replay Breach. There's also Lotus Field. I don't have any ways to untap it. I didn't take that Frantic Search, unfortunately. The Lysander's Lounge looks pretty decent here, too. I guess if I'm cutting the black, maybe Lysander's Lounge isn't going to be that great. I don't think I want Cryptic Coat. I don't think I want Bitter Triumph. I could take Underground Mortuary. Let's just take the Luris. I don't think I'm that likely to play it. Look, Pentad Prism Wield. I will play it still, but that's why I didn't want to take it so early. Wow, Channel and Candelabra Wield. Is this a good Channel deck? It's actually... Channel Jar, Channel Coveted Jewel aren't crazy. There's also Trinket Mage to get Lotus Petal. If I took the Lotus Field, the Candelabra would have been nice, but I didn't. I guess I'll take the Channel, but I'm not like super likely to want to play it. Narset came back. Narset came back. All right. And I guess I'll take... No, I'll take Spirit Guide in case I'm passing to green. I'm not going to play Spirit Guide. I really don't think when you have Exploration and Fastbond in your deck, Spirit Guide's a very smart card to put in your deck. But, all right, let's take out the Chaos Defiler. I think I can actually just not play black, so the Xander's Lounge pick. All right, I guess I'll take a Wasteland. What's going on? These packs are weird. So this is currently 16 lands plus Oliphant and Generosent. That's pretty good. I mean, this deck, I think this deck is actually pretty sick. Let's see how this plays out. Let's go to deck building. All right, I mean, this deck's basically perfect, so I don't really need to change much. I guess I don't need Dark Slick Shores anymore. And do I want to play this channel is kind of a question. I don't want Elvish Spirit Guide, but channel, it conflicts with Fastbond because they both cost life. It is good with Jar and Jewel. It's really good with Coveted Jewel is kind of the thing. Let's see. So if I put in one mountain, I'll have 1, 2... I didn't get that Catcher Triumph. Actually would have been good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red sources plus Lotus Petal, 6, and Pentad Prism. Yeah, I could get away with one mountain if I needed to. Let's see, 3, probably like 4 islands is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then 2, 3, 4, 5 forests gives me 5, 6, wait, no, the Oliphant doesn't get red-green, so 5, Generson has 6, Zagoth 7, 8, 9 green sources. Yeah, that looks like plenty. In fact, I could still play Channel at that point. Is it possible that I don't want Pentad Prism or Talisman? It's possible that I don't want Chain Lightning, no. I mean, Tameo, I guess I could part ways with. There's nothing, I mean, it fills the graveyard for Breach, which is nice, but there's nothing else I really need it for. All right, let's try playing the Channel in the main, and yeah, let's see how this does. I think this deck's pretty good. All right, time for round 1, battling against Tom Stock, and yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. 1 land short of a turn 1 Narset, but Fastbond is one of the cards I most want to see in my opening hand here, and getting to go turn 1 Fastbond, and I think I'll play 1 land and then pass. This way, if Fastbond dies or something, then I still can play my second land here. I guess I'm looking for, obviously like a Timetwister would be awesome, but even just like some lands would be decent. All right, there's the Mox. Into Blood Fountain. Okay, so we are in fact playing against Reanimator. And let's get that Narset in here. And hope to draw lands. All right, actually that's fine. So it's Mountain Cycle. Let's just get the basic mountain, play Island, and go boom, Narset. And against blue-black, I will just use this now, I think. Yeah, I'll pick up a Timetwister. All right, they know it's coming. We'll see what they can do about it. Narset, Timetwister on turn 3 is pretty nice. Okay. I'm getting Vendilion clicked. All right. I mean, that's fine. It's good. Like, it is a good piece of disruption here, but that's okay. We'll regroup. Oh, Upheaval? Upheaval's pretty nice. I guess the Narset's dying no matter what, so let's crack, or -2 Narset, see if I can do something. Gitaxian Probe. Okay. I think I want that more than the rest. I'm at 18, I'll go to 16. Probe showing Voidwalker, Phantasmal, and Fallen Shinobi. Ah. All right, so now I could... I could cast Upheaval. I'd have to do some discarding. The Mox is kind of messing me up here. If I don't Upheaval, I'm going to get hit by Fallen Shinobi. I don't actually think that's like a huge issue. All right, the problem is if I just Upheaval and discard a bunch of cards, that just seems terrible. Let's just do this. They can spend their time Fallen Shinobiing me. There's not that many cards in my deck that even do anything that insane. Alternately, they can go Dothy, Voidwalker, kill Narset, but who turns down a Fallen Shinobi, right? Okay, let's see what this turns into. No Hullbreacher, please. But the things I have Upheaval, so Upheaval goes a long way. They hit Chain Lightning and Ancestral. All right, that's pretty lucky because they get to Chain Lightning the Narset and then Ancestral themselves. Yeah, all right. Fair enough, I guess. Well, I'm still probably going to Upheaval here. I'm just not even going to crack the jar. That, I don't need to do that yet. Let's go Upheaval. Hope they didn't draw into a counterspell. Forest, Fastbond, Shelldock. Take one. Brain Freeze and Breach, huh? I have a lot of cards left in my deck. What do I want to do here? I don't want to... I think Breach is probably the card, and then I'm just going to take a bunch of damage and play a Memory Jar here. Pass the turn. They can go Dothy Voidwalker, because they can go Swamp, Jet, Voidwalker, but I can Underworld Breach if I want and then Chain Lightning the Voidwalker. So that seems like a reasonable plan to me. I'm not gonna, I'll let the jar get exiled. That's fine. All right, so draw, they get to discard or have to discard down. Though if they have a big creature, they get to discard it now. I'm at 4. Yeah, a little bit of life gain would have actually been kind of nice here. Kozilek. All right, so I guess they have Shallow Grave type stuff. Okay, Kozilek's good to know because now I know I can't Brain Freeze them to death. Okay. 22 cards left. I could, instead of cracking Jar, I could play Jewel. And if I draw a land, Breach, Chain Lightning. I could Dak Faden, but I don't really want to do that. Let's crack the Jar. Jar gets exiled. Okay. I guess let's cast Underworld Breach here. And unfortunately, that's also going to end up exiling my Chain Lightning here. But so it goes. Yeah, I think I'll exile the Narset and the Oliphant. Okay, Voidwalker's gone. And I suppose I can Ancestral myself if I want to. What does that do for me? Because I can crack the Prismatic Vista and Ancestral myself. I go to 2 and I have to exile Lotus Petal as well. But I could draw like a Hullbreacher or something, and that'd be a nice one to play. All right. Blue. I mean, I guess I could Upheaval, but actually, I'm at 3. No, I'd have to replay too many lands. I don't have enough life for that. All right, let's Ancestral. And I don't really need Exploration. It doesn't really help me, so let's go Prism. And I've already played a land. Do I want to take another damage to play another land? I guess getting another red-blue land into play is probably fine. Actually, I could probably just go to 1 here. All right, pass the turn. Okay, Sneak Attack, Emrakul. All right, lots of Eldrazi. I guess I'll probably just board in the Thassa's Oracle. And I still have a Timetwister in my deck somewhere. Yeah. All right. And my Chain Lightning is gone, but I can try to maybe Ancestral Recall them to death. It's going to be kind of tough, actually. We'll have to see. No plays, huh? Okay. Well, I don't mind Time Spiral, but let's start with Dak Faden here. Steal your Mox. Okay, you can float the mana. Oh, Entombing in response. Sure. Into Atroxa. All right. And I could play Coveted Jewel, but I think I'd rather just Time Spiral here. I don't really see a reason to Jewel. All right. Untap. I kind of want to find my Hullbreacher. Let's see. I have 10 cards left. Let's cast the Jewel now. And I'll still have Arcane Denial up. I'll figure out a way to do something here. Brain freeze and channel. Well, channel's pretty much dead. I'm at 1. Wait, have I played a land this turn? I actually have to. I have to check. Turn 6. I cast Stack Fade and cast Times. Okay, so I haven't played a land because otherwise Fastbond will just kill me. And I guess playing Sylvan Library doesn't hurt. All right, let's just pass. I don't need to do anything else this turn. The Eldrazi are making things a little bit more complicated. My Ancestral's still in my deck, right? What are we're doing? We're petty thefting back the Mox Jet? Sure. Yeah, the Chain Lightning being exiled is annoying. Because taking a look at my deck here, I don't have Tamiyo in anymore, unfortunately. All right, well, one thing you can do if you have Ancestral and Brain Freeze is you can cast a bunch of spells. You can Brain Freeze them, and then at some point in response to an Eldrazi trigger, you can try to Ancestral them out. I don't have a lot of cards left in my deck is the biggest problem. Like, I don't have a lot I can breach with, so I might lose this game just because the combination of Dothy Voidwalker exiling Chain Lightning, though I guess I'm actually not at a point where I could breach Chain Lightning them to death anyway, combined with all the Eldrazi is going to make winning game 1 a little bit more difficult. Blood Fountain, sure. I mean, I kind of assumed they'd play something. They played Mountain? Okay. All right, let's keep the random spells in hand because I think I want to end up in a spot where maybe I add up a bunch of spells and then cast Underworld Breach. Is this the turn? Could this be it? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll have to go for something here. So let's cast Underworld Breach. Let's cast Exploration. Let's Ancestral myself. So do I want a Hullbreacher here is kind of the question. Because I can Timetwister a bunch of these things back. I can Otawara something as well. I don't know what that does for me. Let's cast Hullbreacher and then Dack Fade my opponent here. Well, I guess I can Timetwister first. And then I have Arcane Denial, and then let's cast Timetwister. And this will probably spur a response of some kind. I would be a little bit surprised if it didn't. And I'll end up with 7 cards in my hand and 3 in my deck. I've already cast 5 spells. I have a Breach, which I can use to cast Ancestral twice more. Basically, I want to get Brain Freeze to a high enough total that I can Brain Freeze Ancestral them, but I will at some point have to bounce my own Hullbreacher. Otherwise, they can't be forced to draw a card, which is nice. And I do have an Arcane Denial here, which is cool. Okay, are we using the blood token? No, we're just letting Twister happen. Okay. So now I have my Otawara. I have my channel. I have Ancestral is one of my cards left. Let's see. So I have Storm Count 5, Channel 6, 7. These go to my graveyard. I have a Dack Faden as well. I guess I'll use the Dack on them. They don't get to draw anything. I just make 2 more treasures. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work, but I think we have a chance. So let's put Ent into my hand, Arcane on the bottom, exile Ancestral. Let's cast Channel. Let's see. Channel just as a spell. And let's go Forest Cycle this, I guess. No forests. All right. And what else can I put in my graveyard? Otawara. And I have one card left, so I can cycle Zagoth Triumph. So let's cycle. I have 7, 8, 9 mana left, and I have to cast Brain Freeze. Cycle Otawara is, that's 6. Brain Freeze costs 2, that leaves me 2 mana left. Floating, or sorry, this is used for Otawara, then Brain Freeze, then Ancestral, then Channel, and Arcane Denial. So I think this will work. Let's go. Oh wait, I have to cycle Zagoth Triumph also if I want to draw the Arcane Denial. So I have 4 mana to Otawara that. 3 mana. So I have 9 mana, I go down to 6 mana to cycle Zagoth Triumph, 4 mana to cast Brain Freeze, 3 mana to cast Ancestral, and then I guess cycling the Zagoth Triumph doesn't really make sense then. So let's discard Otawara to bounce the Hullbreacher, I think, because I need that in hand, and then cast Channel. Okay, that resolves. I want to be able to basically cast 2 spells out of my graveyard here, and then I have 7 mana left, so I can go Brain Freeze. Ancestral is 4 mana. If I cycle Zagoth Triumph, I go down to 1 mana. Hold on, did I play a land this turn? Let's see. This turn, just have to check. Cast Underworld Breach, cast Exploration. Boom, 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 boom. Cycles, discards Otawara. I don't think I've played a land. Okay. Always a sweat with Fastbond in play. So now I have 8 mana left. If I cycle Zagoth Triumph, I have 5 mana left. If I cast Brain Freeze, I have 3 mana left, which leaves me enough mana to cast another Brain Freeze or Ancestral. I guess let's just start by casting the Brain Freeze number 1, I think. I think that's the way we're going to go. All right. This is probably not going to work, but I'm going to try. Because I can make Tom here. Okay, Emrakul, I guess that's fine. Kozilek with 2 Eldrazi into the deck. It's going to be pretty tough. All right. And then now, so here's the question. Is there anything I can do to... Yeah, I actually don't have quite enough mana, because what I want to do is Arcane Denial the Brain Freeze and recast it with Emrakul in the graveyard. Yeah, I guess I needed to put Arcane Denial in hand instead of Generous Ent. All right, well, that shuffles, that resolves, that's fine. Okay, now we're going to Brain Freeze. Exiling these 3 cards. And Brain Freeze you a million times here. All right. 25. There's Kozilek, 19 cards. All right, yeah, we're done. All right, well, the next game is going to be a lot easier because I'll have a Thassa's Oracle in my deck. All right. I think maybe if I had more mana, I could eventually, and more cards overall, I could get an Eldrazi, stop the Eldrazi chain by going, Brain Freeze you when it hits Eldrazi, Arcane Denial the Brain Freeze, replay the Brain Freeze, and, if I could do that twice, it's easy. Then all the Eldrazi are gone, but I just didn't have the resources to do all that. I'd still do want the Chain Lightning. I guess the channel sounds kind of bad. Let's just take the channel out. All right, and let's get to game 2. All right, I'm on the play, and yeah, this is definitely a keepable hand. No fast bonds here, but I can go turn 1 Zagoth Triumph, turn 2 Xander's Lounge, cycle Generous Ent, and then turn 3 Narset. Or if I draw an untapped land, I can just play a turn 2 Sylvan. All right, I had the Mox on turn 1 both games. That hasn't been the easiest. All right, let's just play Sylvan then. And then I even have a shuffle here with this Generous Ent, which is nice. Okay, that's not too bad. Odawara. I would like to keep that not... I'd like to not play that if I can avoid it. I might not be able to, though. I could also take Arcane Denial. Let's just pay 4 life. Let's just play the Xander's Lounge and just pass. And I'm happy to cast Arcane Denial here if I need to. I'm not going to Arcane Denial. Oh, definitely not Arcane Denial Vamp. But I will happily deny whatever they're setting up here. Yeah, so was there a way last game? I mean, there had to have been a way to win last game, like maybe trying to set up the denial thing. Maybe I wait another turn. The problem is every turn I wait also gets kind of bad for me. Oh, is this just going to be a sneak attack? Oh, Show and Tell. Just going to put an Eldrazi or an Atraxa into play. No, we're not ready to handle that. Let's just go ahead and Arcane Denial it. Take my turn. Let's see. I'll draw a card first. I guess I know it's not Hullbreacher. They get to draw up to 7, which is fine. Arcane Denial is really good in this deck. I don't really care that much about them drawing cards. I have Narset and Hullbreacher to also prevent it, and I have all these draw 7s, so it's like I would much rather have my counterspell cycle than have theirs, and give them an extra card. Well, they get 2, but I get 1, so it's like they're getting 1 extra card on the deal, which I think is totally fine. And then now I need to, well, I guess I'm just going to see a full grip of new cards and maybe cast an iteration, maybe just cast a Narset here. It seems kind of nice to get a Narset into play. I might not even minus it because of the Creeping Tar Pit too. All right, they've drawn their cards. There's the Hullbreacher, funny. Let's just put on top. I don't really want to pay life for this. And for a cycle land, I think I'm just going to play the Narset here. And I will not minus it because then it just dies to Creeping Tar Pit, which I don't really want to have happen. Entomb? Sure. Well, if they entomb an Atraxa and then animate Atraxa, oh, Gristlebrand. Well, with a Narset in play, Gristlebrand is really not the biggest threat in the world, I will say. I guess if they have a haster like a Corpse Dance, they can put it into play, attack Narset, and then draw 7. If I can Hullbreacher in response to a Gristlebrand, that would be disgusting. So I have 6 cards in hand. At least one is like... Oh, it doesn't have... No, it has to be an Eldrazi. They entomb this, yeah. Well, Eldrazi or Atraxa, something to Show and Tell into play. So we'll see what they're up to. Oh, Tar Pit, attack Narset? That's the whole play? Okay, I'm into that. All right. These aren't very good. Let's put Coveted Jewel and Forest on top. I could Iteration here, but I think I'm just going to kick it off with a Narset. Oh, I'll take Ancestral. Yeah, Ancestral's good. And I still actually think I'm going to Iteration. And then I'll put... I don't need the stupid Oliphant, so I'll put Forest in hand. And then I'll play the island. And then I'll just pass the turn here. And we'll see. Maybe now... So I guess the Tar Pit attack probably means they have... Well, a way to animate Gristlebrand or something? I don't know. All right, well, I'll just cast Hullbreacher. If they want to animate Gristlebrand and draw 7 in response, they definitely can. If they want to kill my Hullbreacher, they can also do that. Looks like they're going to bitter triumph the Hullbreacher. It's fine. That was likely to happen kind of no matter what. And draw... Okay, let's Sylvan. Can we get a Fastbond, please? Oh, this Vendilion. I guess I'll Ancestral myself. Okay. Vendilion me. In response to Sylvan, I guess, because... No, in response to Sylvan is just not the right time. You're supposed to do it after Sylvan. That's fine. They can take whatever. I mean, I guess they kind of have to take Breach. If they don't take Underworld Breach, I just go Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze myself. I'll hit Lotus Petal, you know, almost assuredly. Because I could even Brain Freeze again. No, I guess I couldn't Brain Freeze again. Well, I would hit the Lotus Petal. I can tell you that much. Draw. Put on top. Put on top. I don't need to pay life for any of this stuff. I mean, I honestly don't care that much about Vendilion Click. They have 4 cards in hand, including like a fatty, but their plays the last couple turns have been like kind of mid. Let's just Chain Lightning that. Play Prismatic Vista, play Petal, play Talisman, and just pass the turn. I can set up a nice upheaval, and I have Vista to shuffle away the 2 lands, plus get the Underworld Breach back into rotation, and I have Otawara, so I can't, it's not even like the end of the world if they put something into play. Honestly, they could sneak attack an Emrakul into play, and Otawara would stop it. All right, and here is Goryo's Vengeance targeting Atraxa. Okay. That's fine. I don't think I need to bounce it right here. Let's see what they get. Mystical Tutor, Corpse Dance. So Corpse Dance gets a Vendilion Click. I mean, that's actually reasonable. Thief of Sanity, and then lands in a Kozilek. So yeah, I mean, I'm really not that worried. Even if V-Click takes Timetwister or Upheaval, I just cast the other one. I don't really want to cast an Upheaval here all that much, but I will if I need to. Basically, by playing Talisman, I ended up burning my Lotus Petal, which I don't mind too much. It's kind of a break even. What did they end up taking? Just, I guess we'll find out in a second here. This looks like Corpse Dance on Vendilion Click. Sure, yeah. Corpse Dance, Vendilion Click. And I can't take Otawara, so I think I'll also let... actually, maybe I should have cracked Prismatic Vista first. It's actually kind of interesting because one downside to doing so is I don't get to shuffle the card back, but the downside to Vendilion Click, to letting the click resolve, is I know I'm drawing a land off this, so I probably should have just cracked the Vista first, I would say. Okay, well, I don't really want to take 10 here, so I'm going to pass on that. Guess I'll get a mountain here. Let's go bounce Atraxa. And go to 12. All right. And at the very least, I'll be Timetwistering here. Ooh, Sheldock's not bad. All right, use the Sylvan's ability. Let's just put those on top. And then hit... Oh, I think I'd rather play Coveted Jewel off Sheldock than anything else. And then cast a Timetwister here. Brain Freeze Thassa's Oracle. I have 22 cards left. I can actually play a lot of spells this turn. I could play Probe, Prism, Oracle, Brain Freeze. So let's say I have only one spell. So Brain Freeze would be spell number 15. No, it doesn't quite get me there. This is interesting. Because if I cast Prism, Probe, Oracle, I'll have 4 spells. Brain Freeze will be spell number 5. I'll get milled for 15. I'll go to 6 cards. So it's not good enough, but I will Probe first because I need to kind of see what I'm up against here. Mystical Tutor. Oh, I'm getting Emrakul next turn? I guess I have to save the Brain Freeze here. And given that, maybe I just play Pentad Prism and pass here. I already played my land. And if next turn, if I get to Coveted Jewel, that's pretty good. All right. So let's pass, and they're going to they're going to Mystical Tutor for a discard card, presumably. Like a card that lets them discard Emrakul so they can Goryo's Vengeance it back. I also have to watch out for Phantasmal Image copying my Hullbreacher. I don't want that to happen. Entomb. Interesting. Yeah. Let's brain... Man, the one thing that's annoying about brain freezing here is if I brain freeze and mill, they just get another Goryo's Vengeance target. But if I hit Kozilek, then that's also pretty nice. So let's just brain freeze you for 15 here. I want to maximize the chances I hit Kozilek, because that would be nice. Or no Goryo's target. Oh, they hit Kozilek. Nice. Okay, so now they get to shuffle. They don't draw the Entomb. They use the Mystical Tutor. I mean, pretty decent chance they can just do nothing besides attack me with Creeping Tar Pit. Okay. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. They could animate Phantasmal Image the Creeping Tar Pit too. Okay, let's Sylvan draw. Oh, put on top. And I have enough mana so I can go Hullbreacher. Oops. And Jar. And then I can Coveted Jewel afterwards, I think. And I have a Thassa's Oracle. It would be in my hand, but I don't need to win this turn. They basically put their hand face down. They don't draw anything. And then now I have, oh, they're at 12. Okay, now I can win with, presumably with Breach plus Chain Lightning here. Let's see, let's go Coveted Jewel. Draw 3. Oh, and I can brain freeze myself. So yeah, red. Chain Lightning you. Oh, they can actually bounce it onto the Hullbreacher. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter anymore. That is funny though. And Chain Lightning the Hullbreacher. I don't need to bounce it again. Brain freeze myself. I need to cast it 3 more times. Hold on, do I have enough cards? Yeah, I have enough cards. Okay. Brain freeze myself. Exiling 3. Let's just do it to myself for all of the goods. Okay, and Chain Lightning you. Exiling 3. I mean, they have no cards in hand. So Chain Lightning will get the job done here. And Chain Lightning you again. To sacking 3. All right. Boom. On to game 3 here. All right. Yeah, and I put in the Oracle over the channel, and I don't think... Actually, you know what? Maybe Tamiyo's great. It stops Eldrazi, and it stops discard. It actually doesn't seem crazy. What would I want to cut here? This deck's kind of a well-oiled machine, though. I guess I could cut the Talisman. That's probably one of the weaker cards. All right, let's try this. All right, game 3. Yeah, I don't think I can mulligan this hand. It's got turn 2 Sylvan. It doesn't have a Fastbond, but I can't just mulligan. Fastbond's not the kind of card that works that well if you mulligan to it. Ooh, no Mox. I like that. Exploration? Fastbond? No? All right. Just play Zagoth Triome. I'm feeling like this hand's going to be a little too slow, but I don't know that I'm supposed to mulligan it. I'm not sure. It's tough against black decks too. Like, mulliganing plays really poorly against them casting discard spells, but you also do need to, you know, do something at reasonable speed. I guess without a Mox, their hand is not looking amazingly fast. Okay, what is this? Oh, Brazen Borrower, sure, that's fine. Next turn, I could play Prism plus Sylvan. Wow, Prism's a little worse than a Thief of Sanity. Okay. Oh, Exploration now, still good. Land. Yeah, I will play the Prism. And I still will play the Sylvan, I think. I'm going to get Thiefed here, which I don't like, because there's combinations of cards, like, I could get Thiefed and, like, I don't know, they exile my Thassa's Oracle and choose not to play it, or play a Hullbreacher would be just a complete disaster. But I didn't have my Chain Lightning. I guess I could have played Prism Narset. No, I couldn't even. I didn't have the right mana to do that. No, I guess I could play Prism Narset and try to look for Chain Lightning. Yeah, I don't think that's the play. It's not like the Thief one-shots me. It isn't good. If it hits Hullbreacher, it's going to be pretty annoying, though. Or Ancestral. Okay, Fastbond and Brain Freeze. Okay. Could have just left my Brain Freeze in exile. Wow. Has to be a no land, no plays. Interesting. Getting V-clicked again. Again, you're really not supposed to do that in response to the Sylvan. I don't think that's a good play. That's unfortunate because I drew the Timetwister. I was going to be able to Narset Timetwister if I found an island here. Well, let's see what I can get going here. What did they take that wasn't just leaving Brain Freeze exiled? Oh, I took the Narset. Interesting. I could Timetwister, but that doesn't sound amazing to me. I'm going to put Oliphant back. I think I'd much rather Time Spiral. So I'm going to pay 4 life. I'm going to cycle my Generous Ent. Get a forest, play a forest, and I think I'm just going to pass the turn. And Arcane Denial something here, hopefully. Oh, I might get ninja'd. Well, if I get ninja'd, I get ninja'd. Oh, they did take Ancestral. Okay. Oh, main phase Mystical. Main phase. So they get Entomb. And then they're going to cast the Ancestral that they stole from me, maybe? Okay, I don't really know what's up with the main phase Mystical there, but I guess I'll go to 9. Fastbond is losing efficacy as we speak. Okay, Thassa's, they could have also left Thassa's Oracle exiled. Yeah, I really want them to tap out for something here. Ancestraling. Okay, I'm going to Time Spiral anyway, so I'm not that worried. Okay, they didn't play anything that I wanted to Arcane Denial. Oh. Yeah. No guts, no glory, huh? I'm going to go to 1. I'm going to play my 2 lands. I'm going to cast my Hullbreacher. I'm going to cast Timetwister, and then I'm going to Arcane Denial their whatever they have in response. Let's do it. I mean, if they have Bitter Triumph here... Oh, they just didn't have Bitter Triumph. Okay, well, in that case, I assume I just win now. You have no cards in hand. I could Time Spiral, but I think playing Tamiyo first... Wait, hold on. How much mana do I have? I have 7. Oh, I have 10? Yeah, so I can go Tamiyo... and then cast Time Spiral and get just a million mana. Because I'm going to untap 6 lands and get 7 treasures. Oh, this is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have a Tamiyo here still, so let's Ancestral myself. Just a bunch of cards I don't really need. Let's play Dak. And then now I'm just going to Timetwister because now that I have this Tamiyo, I know I can get back the Timetwister. It's Twister. Oh yeah, we are fully doing it, I would say. And then now, yeah, now I just have a guaranteed win. Brain Freeze myself. because I haven't used Tamiyo yet. Just brain freeze myself for it all. And then get Thassa's Oracle. They couldn't resist the Ancestral. I'm not saying they did the wrong thing, but if they had just left Brain Freeze or Thassa's Oracle, I guess I could win this without Thassa's Oracle pretty easily, I would say, is my guess. Return target card, Thassa's Oracle, cast Thassa's Oracle, and ooh, the picture perfect dub here. And that's round 1. All right, time for round 2, playing against the dog himself, Sandy Doge. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I can channel Jar. I mean, I will keep this hand. I kind of... I'm kind of not sure what I want to do on turn 2. I'm going to play Forest Go, and I think that's fine. But the problem with Channel Jar is I don't have that many cards I can play post-Channel Jar. Like... So if I'm not cracking it right away, then I'm not really sure what I'm up to. What I might want to do is wait until turn 3 or 4 to cast Channel. The risk, of course, is that Sandy probably going to attempt to reduce my life total while doing so. What is Sandy playing? I guess I don't actually know. Mono white. All right. You know what? I'm going to Forest Cycle this. I think I'm not going to cast Channel this turn, so I'm going to get the Zagoth Triome. Play the Zagoth Triumph, pass, and then cycle Oliphant. And yeah, so Sandy is mono white, it looks like. Mono white or white red. Let me just check Reno. Yeah, white red. All right. No Thalia. I think my teammate has Thalia, so I don't have to worry about that at least. Smuggler's Copter. Oh. This is going to be disgusting. Now I'm just going to Dak Fade in the Smuggler's Copter. I was going to consider Xander's Lounge, but this looks way better. Okay. Land. Oh, and there's the Coveted Jewel? The Coveted Jewel Dog? I do have a Coveted Jewel Dog. She's the best. But I'm going to do this. Pass the turn. And then next turn I can go Channel Coveted Jewel Time Spiral. But I don't really see a reason to rush Fool's Rush in, because I can set myself up by stealing the Copter and then plussing Dak next turn. Unless Sandy like has a burn spell or a haster to kill the Dak, in which case I'm still at 20, and then I could channel down to 14. It's just really not an issue. I guess it might even be better to tap the mountain than to channel, because I don't have very many red spells. No plays, huh? Let's just cast Channel and see what's up. Just a forewarning, by the way. This might be a 2-rounder. We swept round 1, so we're up 4-0 right now. And if that's the case, then, you know, we might only get 2 rounds with this beauty. We'll see. All right, Coveted Jewel. Yeah, is it worth Ancestraling? It's probably worth Ancestraling. I've got Channel running still. Oh, Fastbond is nice. All right, so let's go Forest, Fastbond, because that's also going to make this Time Spiral do better. I want to get up to 6 mana. I guess I don't care about playing Otawara, but I wouldn't... I can play Silver. Let's just Dak. Do I want to Dak now? What do I want to do? Here, let's cast Pentad Prism. The question is, do I want to pay 5 more life to cast Memory Jar? I'll play the Silver Bluff Bridge. I'll play the Otawara. So if I cast Memory or Time Spiral right now, I would tap for blue. I'd go down to 8. No, let's not. I don't really think I need to jar here. I feel like I haven't used Dak yet. I feel like I have a lot of action. All right, Sandy, you had a spell of some kind. Let's see what it is. Play it now or forever hold your peace. Touch the Spirit Realm to take back the Smuggler's Copter. I like your style. All right. Time Spiral resolves. Okay. So Oh, I can just brain freeze Sandy out. He's not playing Eldrazi. I'm not worried about that. This is Storm Count 8. This is 27, but I can cast the Generous Ent. Actually, hold on. Let's not... How much would I have to channel to cast Generous Ent? Oh, I guess I don't have to channel at all. And I can then sack the food if I need to. Okay. Blue, use this. Brain freeze you for 1,000,000. A nice little turn 4 kill. Not bad at all. I still have a Dak Fade and ready to roll if I need to, but I don't think I'm going to need to. Okay, well that's 30 cards worth of brain freeze coming your direction, Sandy. I don't think he's got it. All right, playing against red white. Yeah, I think we probably just have the deck we want against them. I don't know. I definitely like Arcane Denial. Channel's probably, despite the excellent work there, Channel is like on the weaker side. Just because once I take some damage, I can't really do much with it. Do I want Saheeli to make chump blockers? Thran Spider? Mind Collapse? I really don't want to sack a mountain. That sounds horrible. I could put an Elvish Spirit Guide. Maybe that's going to be better for this sort of deck. Just another way to speed up. I could put in another land, but I'll try the Spirit Guide. All right. There's that Spirit Guide. No, not that Channel would have done a lot here either. I think I will keep this. It's got Spirit Guide and Lotus Petal, so it has the potential to do something kind of fast and like draw a Timetwister or what have you. And it has Probe to get another extra draw. Plus, this is a really fast Breach kill if I find Underworld Breach. Oh, I love it. I do think, you know, that library is awesome, but I'm really happy with Sandy opening on library. I'm a little less happy with me drawing 2 land in a row there. That was pretty bad. But him using library kind of plays into my game plan. I'm a fast combo deck, and I don't really care about him drawing extra cards. So him basically starting a turn behind is exactly what I would like. But if I don't do something, the library still will give Sandy a lot of good options here. Yeah, library into tap land is like kind of the dream scenario for me in terms of like it's just not much of a clock. Timetwister would be a fantastic draw here. Oh, card on top, huh? All right, draw. All right, well, I mean, this isn't going great. So if I draw Underworld Breach, I can go... I don't really want to stop on my end of turn. Lotus Petal, Breach, Brain Freeze myself for 9. Replay Petal, Brain Freeze myself, using all those 9 cards actually. Brain Freeze myself for 18. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a pretty decent start to things. All right. I guess I'll play the Silver Bluff because I really don't want to cast Elvish Spirit Guide. It doesn't really seem like it makes sense. We're really on a 4 land in a row here, huh? You love to see it. Let's see. Timetwister, Time Spiral, any of those would be fine. Memory Jar would be okay. Adeline, all right, yeah, we're under a clock. We're going to take 4 this turn, and next turn we're going to take 1,000,000. So we're not dead next turn. Next turn we're going to take something like 4, 9, 10. Well, we could be dead next turn. All right, well, I guess... Does drawing Pentad Prism mean I want to play Elvish Spirit Guide? No. I'm just going to hope that I don't die next turn. Because I'm currently lined up to take 8, 9, 10. It puts me at 4. And if he, or no, 9. And if he plays a creature, that gets a little bit lower. Okay. Yeah, this still doesn't kill me. I'm taking now 6, 11. I'm going to 3. I think, something like that. 6, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm at 3 now. Let's draw. Incredible. All right, well, I drew a Pentad Prism and 5 lands. And there's a Timetwister. Neat. On the play, do I want channel anymore? Not really. I think I'm fine with the spirit guide. Let's do it. All right, I am on the play, and what do we got? We have a breach. We have a Sylvan. All right. No Fastbond or exploration is kind of a bummer, but turn 2 Sylvan on the play is pretty nice. Do I cycle Generous Ent? It's kind of an interesting question. The reason not to is that it's a good shuffle for a Sylvan library. The reason to cycle it would be I would be wasting my mana on turn 1 if I didn't. Sandy also mulligan 6 here. Turn 1 Hallowed Fountain. No paying life. I'm gonna want a Sylvan on 2, and I don't want to play Forest. Let's just wait. All right, well now I can just go Island Sylvan. And now I have both my shufflers. It also means I can save Prismatic Vista for a red source maybe, which would be nice. Okay, well Sandy's gonna play a creature this turn, I would imagine. If he doesn't, that'd be nice, but don't think that's very likely. Danto Vanguard, here we go. All right, let's, oh, Fastbond, it's a great start. All right, what else we got? And a Hullbreacher. I'll put the mountain on top. I'll keep the Hullbreacher. Fastbond. I'm gonna cycle Generous Ent to go get another land. Play a land, and then play a Prismatic Vista, and then now I'm just gonna fire off, get a mountain, fire off an end of turn Hullbreacher, hope to either Sylvan or iteration into Timetwister. Though actually I could even Sylvan into Memory Jar or Time Spiral as well. Adeline? Come on, just be Adeline. Yeah. I'm actually going to even get to Hullbreacher and block the 1/1. Why not? It doesn't really seem like a reason not to. Let's get Mountain, Hullbreacher. Okay, block your 1/1, take 3 down to 10, and let's go. Let's go. All right, draw Talisman, that's a brick. Narset and Gitaxian Probe. Put on top. Yeah, how about this? I'm going to put on top, put on top. I'm going to probe going to 8. Sandy has Winds of Abandon. I guess I'm not going to get a chance to Hullbreacher this game unless I hit Timetwister plus Island as the 2 unknowns. Dak Faden plus Pentad Prism. Wow, funnily enough, that's like kind of close, but still not good enough. I'm at 8, 3. So next turn he goes Winds of Abandon, the Hullbreacher, attacks me for 7 down to 1. So if he draws any creature, I lose. Okay. I don't really want Dak, so I guess play the Talisman and then play a Pentad Prism for 1. Because I don't want to die here. All right. Pass the turn. So still I think have a pretty good chance of winning here. I need Sandy not to draw a 2-mana creature. That's first of all. And then I get to, presumably he's going to Winds the Hullbreacher, so then I get to untap with 8 mana and a Sylvan and a Narset and a Breach. Pretty good chance that I can convert that into a W. Obviously, if he just kills me, he just kills me, and then that's it, you know. But I think we've got a shot here. Mountain, sure. Winds, yep. Let's just get an island. No creature, no creature. Okay, no creature. All right, we get to have our shot here. We're at 1. There's a Chain Lightning. Interesting. Sylvan, Upheaval. Huh. Unfortunately, the Fastbond does not do anything, but I would be able to Upheaval with 2 mana floating. And then cast... Play a land, have 3 mana, cast Talisman and Prism. Alternately, what can I do? I can keep the Chain Lightning, I can Narset, or I can Breach. I could cast Breach and cast Iteration. Oh man, all of these sound a little worse than just casting Upheaval. So what does Upheaval actually get me? Those bounces everything. Sandy presumably goes land go. I get to play another land, do some stuff. Yeah, Upheaval's still good. Okay. Put back on top, add a blue. Upheaval. Nothing better to do. If he's drawn Touch the Spirit Realm, that would be so disgusting. And he uses it on his like Adeline here, but if that's the case, that's the case. All right, Island. I could Narset here, but I think that's worse than playing Talisman into Sylvan. The reason I don't want to play the Pentad Prism is Pentad Prism would just be for 1. That doesn't really sound very good. All right, I have no way to gain life, which is kind of unfortunate, so I guess I'll discard Fastbond on a land. If Sandy draws a 1-drop, it's not ideal for me, but I do get to Chain Lightning it, I guess. Okay, an Elegant Parlor, sure. And then Mill to Plains, and then he discards 2 lands or something. Maybe a land and a Wanderer, I don't know. All right, Sylvan. And I'm going to get to Narset here, which is nice. I'm just going to put these back and then play Narset and then use it. I could have left Chain Lightning on top to guarantee a Narset hit, but putting a land into my hand is useless, so I'd rather just try to get 2 spells out of the deal. Memory Jar. Where were you a few turns ago when I had my Hullbreacher? Unfortunately, I cannot kill the Adonto Vanguard with Chain Lightning, so I'm not loving my odds here. Well, I have Underworld Breach. If I find Brain Freeze and Lotus Petal, what if I find nothing? All right, let's Narset, I guess. Brain Freeze. Exploration and Timetwister. So I can Timetwister, but it really doesn't do anything for me. I can also play Breach, play Probe, but that doesn't really... I guess if I play Breach and Probe here, I'll put Timetwister in my hand. I gotta play my land first. Land. And I guess if I draw Lotus Petal, then maybe I got something to do here. I don't know. Doesn't really seem like I have outs here. No. All right. Unfortunately, boom. We are 1-1, but that does mean we might get to play another round. Let's see how it goes. All right, we do get a round 3. We got to close this one out. My team is still up quite a bit, but it's not over, and I like this hand. I'll accept the dead draw Exploration in exchange for getting the Fastbond into turn 1 Probe plus maybe Arcane Denial. Though, if I wanted to, I could go turn 1 Probe, Denial it. It's a way to turn these into a draw 3. That's kind of interesting. Not really how this deck tends to function, I don't think. Like, I think I would rather still just cast this Probe, draw a card, and then cast Arcane Denial and draw a card, but... Okay, turn 1 Fastbond. Always spooky, I'm sure, to see the turn 1 Fastbond. You don't love to see it if you're on the other side. And then land, I think I'm just going to cast Gitaxian Probe. And, ooh, Lotus Cobra. Oh, a Braid. That's a good one to know about. What do I do here? I kind of want to just counter the Lotus Cobra. It feels like that would work out kind of nicely. It's okay. I can't protect the jar from a Braid anyway, so hold on. I'm going to draw, because if I drew Hullbreacher, I was going to fire it off. Do I just want to cast jar and then crack it? Yeah, I mean, I guess I do, given that I draw another land. Sure. And I'm just going to crack the jar now. What did we hit? Channel, Talisman, Xander's Lounge, Iteration. All right, so kind of missed in the sense that I'm not going to get to cast any of these cool things, but I'll just play a million lands out past the turn. If I just play jar, it just gets killed by a Braid, so it doesn't really help too much. Oh, I got a Minskin Boo. Okay, so the tank's got these 4 plus 4 unknowns. So there's a plane, so it looks like we're going to blow up the Fastbond. Damage has kind of been done. Now I just need to draw Timetwister. Would be the best one for sure. Ancestral, Underworld Breach. I have a bunch of cards that just win on the spot. Sylvan Library definitely doesn't win on the spot, but it wouldn't be like the worst draw. Hullbreacher wouldn't be too special here. My Time Spiral's already in the graveyard, but oh, Coveted Jewel would also be pretty good. It would have some risk because, you know, there's a Knight of Autumn, but I'd be able to play Coveted Jewel and have 8 mana after the Coveted Jewel, so I feel like that would be fine too. And yeah, I just need to hit something that does something. All right, maybe this is a Court of Garenbrig. That wouldn't be the worst. Okay, so next turn. So I'm going to go to 11 here, and then next turn hit for 6. So I have a clock on me for sure. I guess I maybe should have just played this exploration. Not sure. All right, well, Pentad Prism. Play exploration. Pass the turn. I have 20 mana in play. Could I just draw a piece of action? Even one of my land cyclers wouldn't be the absolute worst. It would at least buy me a little time. Okay. Outland Liberator, sure. That does make Underworld Breach a little bit worse. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Action. Nope. All right, well, so it goes. Playing against red-green, but like not, I mean, it has Minskin Boo, so that does make channel a little worse, but also I kind of feel like I'm not getting attacked immediately. I think I'm going to keep the channel in for now. All right, I would like to play first. Oh, this hand's so close to being great. Exploration Timetwister is amazing, but I go land, go, and then just do nothing on turn 2. Sounds pretty bad. All right, I will keep this hand, and I don't know what to put back, because I go turn 1 Xander's Lounge, turn 2 cycle, play a land. I mean, I guess exploration is one thing I could put back, but I kind of like exploration with upheaval. I'm going to try putting back the talisman here. Look, if I draw a bunch of lands, this hand I think becomes really good. And it's still got enough mana to it can play a spell if it draws some. Oh, okay. And Hullbreacher's not the worst. Let's just get the Zagoth Triome and play it. And a land would still be nice. I just think trying to get to upheaval exploration would be pretty good. Though upheaval's not looking amazing against this start here. Jeez. Okay. Turn 1 Noble, turn 2 Sprawl Cobra. Do you have something to play with that? Mana or not? Looks like not. All right, there's a land. Let's just fire off a Narset here. And I know it's going to die, but I'm trying to find Timetwister. Oh, I will take Ancestral Recall, though. All right. Cobra is going to get to attack the Narset. I could set up a Hullbreacher Ancestral U. That is technically a play I could make. Noble Herrick's so good. That extra point of power getting to kill the Narset is a pretty big game. Okay, so what am I up to here? Well, if I get to Ancestral next turn. I get to set up a kind of nice upheaval here, is kind of what it feels like. I'm hoping not to see a Minsk and Boo this turn. That would be a pretty fast clock. Oh, 6 mana? I don't like this either. Whatever this is, it doesn't sound good for me. Is it like a Pest Infestation or something? No? Oh, Mawlock for 4. Okay, so it's just a 6 mana 6/6. I mean, that obviously it's not bad, but all right, could be a lot worse. Draw. Let's Ancestral Recall myself. Land. Exploration. Yeah, let's go. I think Iteration. I could play Prism. Maybe playing Pentad Prism is better. I have 1 land left to play. I could play Dak, but that doesn't seem like it does too much. I'm going to take some damage this turn. I'll take 8, I guess. Maybe a little more with Ravine. Prism sets up upheaval pretty nicely. Yeah, let's go Pentad Prism. Play a land. Pass the turn. My main concern with casting Prism is if the Prism gets blown up with like an Abrade or a Knight. But if that happens, I'll just play a Hullbreacher in response. And then see where we go from there. I guess I really do have to cast Upheaval next turn. So given that I'm taking 8, especially if the Raging Ravine attacks, then I definitely will have wanted to cast Upheaval. And then let's see where we go from there. All right, Lotus Cobra gets a mana. Yeah, this looks like a Knight of Autumn. I guess one reason that playing the Prism is kind of nice is it can maybe draw some fire from the exploration. Oh, Manglehorn, sure. Yeah, I'll play the Hullbreacher here. I don't really see a big reason not to. If I draw Timetwister, it's awesome. Okay. Artifact down. Currently, I guess I'm not loving the situation here. All right, I'm only taking 7. That means I no longer have to cast Upheaval next turn. Go to 13, then go to 6. I mean, if my Hullbreacher dies and they fire up Raging Ravine next turn, then yeah, I guess I would have to cast Upheaval. But as things currently stand, I'm not quite dead. I'm not going to chump either. Do you have another play is I guess the real question. I assume you can't kill Hullbreacher or you would have attacked with the Cobra also. Though, arguably could have maybe attacked with the Cobra anyway. I don't know. And we'll see what this is, I suppose. If it's another creature, then I'm definitely going to be in trouble. Oh, it is Pest Infestation. I did think that was a possibility. Okay, why don't I just draw Timetwister? That would just make my life the easiest. I think that'd be a really reasonable draw. I'm probably gonna go Iteration Dak, though I guess I can't cast both. I don't have enough red/blue. Oh. So actually, let's do it this way. I'm gonna have to chump with Hullbreacher now, I believe. But I will. Oh, these come into play tapped. Right. Well, I guess it's probably good that I did that now. All right, pass. I'm at 13, 6. Fire up the Ravine, and I'm forced to block. And I can't block a Pest either. I have to take. I take 14, 15. All right. Well, I'll block. Yeah, land doesn't matter. I'll block Mawlock. Take 1,000,000 damage. Take 10 damage or something. And then I probably just cast Time Spiral, honestly. I just don't think casting Upheaval is going to win me the game without Exploration or Fastbond. And of course, Fastbond's not even going to do anything anymore, given the circumstances. I do get to keep my Dak Phaeton, which is nice. Unless, oh, Animate Ravine twice, sure. It's a good play, it's a good play. Is there a way to, there's no way to force me to not block. All right. Block. I'll go to 2. Draw. Oh, Lotus Petal was actually a really nice little draw. Oh, no, I guess it wasn't. Manglehorn gets me again. No, Manglehorn's good. I think I just Time Spiral first. Actually, if I DAC first, I can draw a land. Sure. Or not. I wanted a land to untap it with Time Spiral. Okay. Okay, I haven't played a land yet. I am going to cast Gitaxian Probe, because one of my ways to win is to Hullbreacher here. I guess not. There's the Shelldock now. It is too late. All right, I'll play my Timetwister. I'm now basically just hoping that I can draw some kind of Brain Freeze out. Oh, man. We're like so close yet so far on all of this. Probe. Sylvan. All right. Well, you know what? We won the draft, but I would have won too. I'm disappointed by that. I feel like this deck was actually pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, I had the game 1 where I just had 15 mana in play and did nothing for a bunch of turns. I had the game against Sandy where I drew 5 land in a row. Like, these things happen. This deck wasn't even running that high on mana sources. It had like 20 or so. 21, I guess, if you count. But I think Oliphant and Generous Ent both count as somewhat of a spell, and so does Shelldock, so it's a little better. Same with Odawara. But yeah, I mean, this deck was cool. The channel, I think, was just okay, though it did win me a game against Sandy. Hullbreacher, Twister, it was great with Dak and Upheaval and Spiral. So I really would have liked a little bit of life gain. Honestly, like a Zernor wouldn't have been a crazy card if I had found that, though I guess I would have wanted Crucible at that point, too. In any case, that'll do it for today. We did win the draft 7-2, in fact. 7-3. I was 2 of our 3 losses. My team crushed. But, you know, I had some good times casting Ancestrals and whatnot. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'll see you tomorrow for that other draft. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.